Jenkins. When did you first discover you had an aptitude for this sport?
You know, my mom tells me a story. I was 2 years old, and she took me to the doctor because she thought I was deformed. She took me to the doctor. She said, "Where all these bulges come from? What's wrong with this?" I'm serious.
You mean you were a muscular baby?
Man, I've got pictures of me posing when I was 4 years old. I look the same as I look right now, just as a child. I was like, he-man.
Practically born on the contest platform.
Well, it took me a while to get here. I've been lifting weights since I was 14 years old. But, I played football, wrestling, and I went the whole gamut. But I just got involved in bodybuilding recently.
As a natural athlete, what made it bodybuilding as your career sport as opposed to any other endeavor?
It was more accident. It was really a trip the way I got involved in bodybuilding. I had stopped playing football for about a year and a half, and I was sitting around watching TV and eating. I got fat, so I joined a local health spa. And that determination's like I always train hard. I do everything to the max, so I was in there training, pumping up, drop the weight like that. And so I started looking around. I said, well, I look better in this. It's time to go to a serious gym. So I went to a grocery store, and there was this big poster of this California Gold Cup. And I go, wow, bodybuilding, let me go check that out. Just so happens the guy that was selling the tickets, his gym was right around the corner. So I went in there. This guy was a former Mr. Universe, Mr. Europe, Mr. London, all this black Frenchman. His name was Manu Pluton, and he saw me and he goes, "You, my friend, are going to be a champion." I said, "Man, I don't even want to be a bodybuilder. I just want to work out in your gym." So he goes, he's putting on this show, and he goes, "Well, you want to help me?" And I go, "Sure." I went up there, and I was carrying the trophies on the stage, and I got in the middle of the stage, and there was nobody there, and I looked around, and man, I went out the Twilight Zone for 20 minutes. Everybody disappeared. I was just like, this is where I want to be.
3 years later, Sean was on another stage, the one at the Sands Hotel in Las Vegas, fulfilling his dreams.
Can you attribute an incentive to any one bodybuilder that you happen to have admired and who got you started in the sport?
For this show, Mike Christian. It was Mike Christian, because I remember Mike a few years ago when he had nothing. All he had was a dream and strong belief in himself. And I've seen him come up. He lost the America a couple times, and he kept on driving. And it's like when he made it, I said, yeah, I can do that. It was definitely Mike Christian, and for him to give me my trophy, it meant a lot to me. He reached out his hand. It's like he came out that magazine and said, "Right on, Sean, you're here." So it definitely meant a lot for me.